Alrighty, the infamous 10 before the end here, guys. This was a really hard decision for me. I feel like I've gone through this stack multiple times. So this stack has been pondered over for quite a little while. I've just kind of had it sitting off to the side and kept looking at it and switching up books and switching up. This is it. This is the final 10 before the end. So let's dive on in. I have a mix of books in here and I'm just so excited for every single one of them. I will say most of them are releases from this year, but let's dive on in and see what we got here. Welcome back for those that are coming back, and for those that are new here, my name is Laura. I am getting to film today because Dave is off of work. We had to take Grace to a new preschool program to meet her teachers and whatnot. I love the program. I love how it's run and everything like that. Anyway, that is not what we're here for. Let's talk about these 10 books. They're not going to be in any particular order whatsoever. I usually do by genre, but I am very all over the place right now. I did not sit here and organize. We're doing this, guys. So the first one I have here, this was on my books to look out for when it published, to go and grab it when it published. And I did. I grabbed this one. This one is When the Cranes Fly South by Lisa Ridzen. Don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm actually going to move you guys closer. Don't know how to pronounce her last name. But I am so incredibly excited about this book. And when I went to purchase this book at my local Barnes, the woman at the cash register read it and she was like, oh my goodness, that is such a good book, which made me even more excited to dive into it. I'm going to read this real quickly because I think a lot of people will be really interested in this one after you hear the synopsis. I am not going to do this for every book, but Beau is running out of time, yet time is one of the few things he's got left. These days, his quiet existence is broken up only by daily visits from his home care team. Fortunately, he still has his beloved elk hound, Sixten, to keep him company. Though now his son, with whom Beau has had a rocky relationship, insists on taking the dog away, claiming that Beau has grown too old to properly care for him. The threat of losing Sixten stirs up a whirlwind of emotions, leading Beau to take stock of his life, his relationships, and the imperfect way he's expressed his love over the years. And it just sounds absolutely incredible. Frederick Bachman also has a quote on the back of here, a tender tale about aging, our own and others, and the quiet brutality of love, about what being a man is and what being a human is, about fathers and sons and fathers and dogs. It's really a book for anyone who's had to say goodbye. The kind of book you give to someone when you're really trying to say, I've been thinking about you, but don't know how. Okay, I think I'm going to shed some tears in this one, but again, very excited about it. Another one I had on my list to keep an eye out for when it published, this one is the Book of Lost Hours. You guys probably saw I had this in my most recent book haul. If you did not see that, I will link it down below. It came after my mid-month wrap-up. Anyway, this one was another one that I had to watch out for when it was published, and honestly, I didn't get this right when it was published, but I got it recently and I cannot wait to dive on into this book. The top here says, who would you rewrite history for? And I am very excited to dive on into this one. I don't know very much about it, but I know a lot of people have been reading this and absolutely loving it. So there is that one. This next one I got in my most recent Book of the Month box. This one is the Second Chance Cinema, and here is what this one looks like. This one on the inside says, an engaged couple discovers a magical movie theater that challenges what they know about themselves and each other. In this captivating debut, brimming with nostalgia and life-affirming wonder, and I am just so excited to dive on in. So, very excited about that. Another one that came from Book of the Month. This one was not a monthly pick, it was in the add-on section. But another one I've heard really great things about. This is a historical. It is The Lost Baker of Vienna by Sharon Kurtzman. Here is what this one looks like. Again, another one I had my eyes on. I knew would be releasing, and again, very excited about this one. It says, The Lost Baker of Vienna affirms the unbreakable bonds of family, shining a light on the courageous spirit of World War II refugees as they battle to survive the overwhelming hardships of a world torn apart. and another historical, guys. I mentioned just getting this in my recent haul as well, and a lot of you guys are shocked that I haven't read this author, since I do typically enjoy historical fiction, and this is a very popular historical fiction author. I ended up getting this book super cheap, and it is a special edition. This one is The Stolen Life of Colette Marceau, I think is how it's pronounced, and this is by Kristin Harmel. This will be my first Kristin Harmel book, and guys, I am just so incredibly excited. Not only is this edition absolutely stunning, but I am so excited to jump into the story. I've heard nothing but amazing things. So there is that one. There's the stenciled edges. Beautiful. Then we have one from Aardvark. You guys know I love books about motherhood, identity, and all of that good stuff. The Mad Wife by Meagan Church. I had to get my hands on this when I read the description. It sounds absolutely amazing, right up my alley. From best-selling author Meagan Church comes a haunting exploration of identity, motherhood, and the suffocating grip of societal expectations that will leave you questioning the lies we build and the lies we live. So incredibly excited about this one. I didn't hear about this book before it released. I just saw it on Aardvark, and I was like, I read that, I was like, I need to get my hands on this book. It sounds exactly what I'm looking for, right up my alley. Very, very high expectations for this one. So excited to dive on into this and see what it's all about. All right, next up we have What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. With this one, guys, every time I went to Barnes & Noble, I picked this book up and I put it down. Pick it up, put it down. It's just like this continuous process that I had. And then I saw it on Pengo and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. Guys, the things I've seen about this book, the things I've heard, and just the reviews that I've skimmed are just absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait to dive on in. This one says, a teenage girl breaks free from her father's world of isolation to discover that her whole life is a lie in this propulsive new novel. And it says, the first thing you have to understand is that my father was my entire world. We shall see. I think it might be another tearjerker. I don't know. I have no idea, but I am excited to dive in and see what it's all about, especially with so many absolutely amazing reviews. This next one, I actually got this one on Prime Day. This one is The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. What's up, buddy?
I have record.
You have what? Mom's recording. Do you want to sit down? Who's that? Is Daddy coming to get you? Is Daddy coming to get... Where are you going? Come here.
I'm not coming.
Is he coming? Go ahead, go with Daddy. I love you. This one is The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. And first of all, how stunning is that? But another one that I've heard really, really, really great things about, and I can't wait to dive on in. This has something to do with I want to say a daughter and her dad. I'm not quite sure, but excited to jump into this one just because of the amazing things I've heard. Also, there are a lot of great authors who have blurbs on the back of this one. Actually, Janelle Brown is also on here. What Kind of Paradise was the book by her. She's on here. We have Mary Kay Andrews. We have Ashley Winstead, Laura Dave, Ashley Elston. So excited to give this one a go and see what all the hype is about. This one, a lot of you guys said you think I am going to love this book, and I think I am also going to love this book, and that is why I ended up picking it up. This one is The Names by Florence Knapp, and it says, the extraordinary novel that asks, can a name change the course of a life? And I literally don't want to know anything more than that, and I just think that whole concept is so incredibly intriguing, and this again feels like another book that's just going to be right up my alley, so that is why this one is on here. Again, you guys have recommended this to me since it was published, so it had to go on my list. Down to the final two. These ones are very, 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 very popular books this year. I feel like they may be the most popular talked about books this year, and that is part of the reason why they're on here. I also am just incredibly intrigued about them, and here we go. We have Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaghy, and I honestly have started this one, but I was doing other things when I started it, and then just never kind of like gave it my full attention, if I'm going to be quite honest. So I want to sit down when I have the time and just dive into this book with my full attention and give it, you know, the attention it deserves. So this one is on here. And then last but not least, we have A Broken Country by Clare Leslie Hall. And again, another one I've heard phenomenal things about, and I feel like people have not stopped talking about this book, and I feel like it's just popping up everywhere, like ever since it was published. And I am really excited to give it a go, dive on in, see what I think. The little blurb at the top here says, "The farmer is dead. He is dead, and all anyone wants to know is who killed him." So I am very curious about this one. We will be giving this one a go, and again, just really excited, especially both of these. The hype that they're getting this year is absolutely insane. I also think, like, some of these also, I'm like, maybe these might be on the Goodreads Choice Awards. And I want to get to some of them before the Goodreads Choice Awards comes out. If I think they may be on, we'll see, guys. We'll see. But I want to do different reading vlogs during the Goodreads Choice Awards this year. So I want to have some books read from there, obviously, but leaving some out. And obviously, I don't know what's going to be on there. And guys, it's coming so soon. I am so excited about that as well. Anyway, that is it, guys. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what your thoughts and opinions were on them. If you have a 10 to read before the end, let us know. Let us know what those books are on your list. Guys, thank you again for being here. I appreciate you guys so incredibly much, and I will see you guys soon.